Hey.
We're live. Mavericks, Thunder, Celtics. Oh my. Who scares D-Line the most?
Oh boy.
And why? Plus, we're sending the rest of the Nuggets to the Olympics. Kind of. This is the DNVR show. Oh, here it is. Is that beeping just going to happen the whole time? That's cool. We'll do it live. What up? What's happening? And welcome in to the DNVR show. We're here in the Toyota winter. Well, Toyota's lounge.
Dude,
it's a Toyota lounge.
Every lounge we're in is a winner's lounge, except for the losers' lounges.
As long as it's driven by our front range Toyota stores, Toyota, the official vehicle of DNVR. Eric Weedham, the official D-Line Co of DNVR.
That's so true.
What's cracking, brother? How are you, man?
Listen, man, Monday, coming off of a very encouraging performance by the DNVR Bar on Sunday.
That's right.
There were a lot of homies up in here. It was great. People are really jonesing for meaningful basketball. Unfortunately, our good friends in the Serbian corner of the world got a little, they got USA.
They did get USA.
What are you going to do? But it was beautiful nonetheless. I loved seeing everybody.
No tension at all in the bar. There were some Serbian fans. There were some Team USA fans.
Dude, everyone was cheering for Serbia.
Everyone got along. But in all seriousness, if you're looking for a spot to watch, whether it's your favorite international team, Team USA, of course, Team Serbia, whatever your rooting interests are, make yourself at home to watch some Olympic basketball at the DNVR Bar on the corner of York and Colfax. And you're watching the DNVR Nuggets Podcast today. We've got a Olympic-themed show. We're going to maybe tap into Eric's fears a little bit because I know he hasn't been to therapy in a while.
We're going to make me wear a helmet with a spider in it or something?
Yeah.
Is this immersion therapy?
That's exactly it. Yeah. This is fear. Joe Rogan is actually coming on.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. I'll need a scorpion. Let's do it.
It's going to make you eat feces.
I don't know if that's a fear.
But first, I know that show is so like Fear Factor. Eat this bug poop.
Are you scared of something?
You're like, well, no, that's just gross. I'm not. It's not scary. It's not scary. Eric, are you familiar with Chase Budinger?
Am I familiar with Chase Budinger?
Budinger.
I've certainly heard that name. Who is that?
He is a former NBA player who played in the NBA for 7 years.
Okay.
He played in the McDonald's High School All-American game, where he was co-MVP alongside fellow USA Olympian Kevin Durant.
Okay.
But Chase is doing something different, man. Chase is playing for the Team USA beach volleyball side at the Olympics, and he just won his first ever match today. Yeah, and I thought that was a fun NBA crossover. It gets more fun because you know who's on the call for the beach volleyball?
I do know who's on the call. This is actually a source of pride, and should be a source of pride for all Nuggets fans, is that we have in our midst every day, we have access to a top-level talent in Mr. Chris Marlowe that is called up anytime there is something that requires a national level of quality.
I was kind of thinking, because I was thinking about the Chase Budinger thing and how it's not like, it's kind of a unique story, except Chris Marlowe has the exact same overlap.
It's true.
If you're international audience, new Nuggets fans, if you're not familiar, Chris Marlowe, a USA volleyball legend and his own right. Medalist.
Gold?
Legendary jawline. Gold medalist.
Gold medalist.
Legendary jawline, as we all know.
We've hypothesized he's lived a sensual life.
And now he calls the champions, the former champions, the Denver Nuggets here in Denver and beach volleyball. I was gonna make that joke off air.
Oh, are we on air? Are we on air?
You just went ahead and let it rip. I have a very vague question for you.
Yep.
Is this cool? How cool is this? Because the internet really seems to be embracing this from Chase. Like everyone's like,
oh, is it cool that he's crossed over? I mean, yeah, man. Like, be it if you're a former athlete that, say, joins the rugby leagues here. And
oh, that's right. Did you miss your ticket?
Yeah, dude. I know. Of course, it's cool. Like, it's cool. There are guys that you just don't realize how deeply talented they are. They've had to choose a direction. You see this every now and again, like the Deion Sanders, Coach Prime of the world. You play two different high levels. Jesus. That's super impressive that somebody can be that just physically gifted.
I also think it's, basketball has this real raw athleticism component to it, or athleticism as we've traditionally understood it, just running, jumping, leaping, translates well to other sports. But can you just imagine 7 years in the NBA and then at the last second, I would like to go to the Olympics. I'm going to go back to volleyball.
I mean, this is leaping athletes, like the athletes that leap.
They are leapers.
Leapers. Serbia is also good at volleyball for the same reason. Not that they're leapers, but they're long-limbed.
They're just
leapers.
Giants.
They're just giants.
They're giants and they're athletic.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, when I was walking down I've mentioned this to you guys a couple times, but never on air, like that Chris Marlowe joke. I was walking down like the main avenue in Belgrade, and like everyone's just casually 6'4" and above.
I noticed
and
that.
they don't know that because first off, they use the metric system, but also like they just they don't. I casually saw 3 7-footers just like milling about.
Everyone in Serbia thought I was a 7-year-old boy.
Well, that's because you were crossed up by a 7-year-old.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah. Was that?
We have that on video.
Yeah. Hey, I was wearing flip flops. I know, it's a tall, athletic country. It really is. It really is. Eric, what? So in the chat here, Kellen Johnson telling us that Chase was the #1 ranked volleyball player in the country his senior year.
Yeah, that's amazing. You would have to be. That's. Volleyball is difficult to play. I don't know if you've ever tried.
Yeah, I'm vertically challenged in that one as well.
So he was the MVP of the McDonald's All-American game and the #1 volleyball player in the country?
Yeah.
Cool.
Good run for Chase. He pretty much single-handedly held up the white guys are athletic to, like that was he kept that alive himself for a few years there.
Let's go to him, Jason Sehorn, and Cooper DeJean.
Yeah, Jason Sehorn. What a pull, dude. I like that. Since we're turning back the clock to people's secret athletic talents, what were you really good at, low key, growing up?
Well, this comes up all the time. I mean, I played a lot of sports. I'm a little bit of an athlete. I realize I don't look it anymore. I've sort of those days have passed me by in as many ways as it can. But like I was like a little soccer star. I was a little tennis. I've mentioned this has come up a lot. Like
I could see.
I come
tennis,
from a racket sport family. You know what the sport I was worst at is?
Yeah.
Basketball.
No shit. You know what? You want to know something funny? Same.
Yeah, dude.
Actually, same. The three of us doing the basketball podcast.
Yeah,
I got being
cut.
5'6" with tiny hands.
I was the
It's a
last
detriment.
person cut from the team. My would-be coach yelled at me mid-practice and said, "This isn't wrestling," because I kept trying to take charges.
That's a great detail, dude.
That
aged well, though, because in the modern game, that's all anyone does. Bro.
Oh, dude, I was a big floor slapper. I see a lot of myself in some of these young prospects.
Dude, that's awesome. What Olympic sport do you think you'd be best in right now?
Right now?
Yeah. Or just if you had a chance.
I mean, is there something for sarcastic comments? I feel like I would dominate that. Like if there's some sort of I think right now, if I had to enter the Olympic competitions, oh man, nothing. Not one thing.
Yeah, same. I literally can't think of
Not
one.
one thing could I even try and shoehorn myself into.
You know what I couldn't even do? Did you see the Bob the Cap Catcher guy? The guy who goes in, his job is to just go retrieve the swimming caps that fell off.
Oh yeah, dude.
And he's just a normal guy in a Speedo. I don't even think I'd be good at that.
No.
I'm not a very good swimmer. So that's part of the problem.
Oh my God.
I played ultimate frisbee in high school. Won a national championship.
Let's go.
And I was like the 18th guy on the bench. It's like when Thomas Bryant won a national championship.
Is ultimate frisbee in the Olympics?
It almost was. There was a bid for it to be, and it's not yet.
Yeah, I
So
finished
we
second.
got flag football, but not ultimate frisbee.
Listen, I don't want to talk about it. Brings me
And
back to
I
a lot
finished
of...
second in state in tennis, but my partner and I.
Did you really?
Yes, I did.
Dude, that's your partner and you. That's so fun, dude.
Yep.
I had no idea.
Yep, I lost
Kale-
the championship game.
Kale, how far away from you are you from Olympic level skiing? Be honest with the people.
pretty far. I did the Junior Olympics, but that's a entirely separate organization.
Okay.
I was just I was just the level below making what at the time was called the U16D team, which is like the United States Ski Team Developmental League. So like I was very good in terms of like youth skiers, but nowhere close to Olympic level.
Levels to these things, brother. What about curling? How long do you think it could take you to learn how to curl?
Bro,
one of my cousins went to the Olympics for curling in like the 80s.
In the 80s.
He's from Minnesota.
That's pretty rad.
okay. We're learning a lot about each other.
Yeah, we're learning a lot. I wanted to this is a real Olympic themed show because the Denver Nuggets have two representatives at the Olympics in Jokic and Jamal, playing for Team Canada, playing for Team Serbia, not helping Team USA at all. I thought it'd be fun, Eric, if we could spend some time today sending the rest of the Nuggets to the Olympics.
Oh, what would we imagine?
You know what I mean? Like what sports?
Just not at basketball.
Not basketball. And so for that reason alone, actually, Jokic and Murray are off our list. And Chad, I want you to play along with this one. We're going to send Aaron Gordon to the Olympics first and foremost. We're going to send Aaron Gordon to the Olympics, but it can't be for basketball. So Chad, if you have any thoughts, Eric, if you have any thoughts, what sport would he be playing? What event would he be participating in? Excuse me.
Rugby.
Oh, that's a really good one.
He'd play rugby.
I was going to say
He's a big
wrestling.
bruising gentleman. Yeah, but he's not like, you have to be like freakishly, like almost misshapen to be a great wrestler. You know, like your core has to be so strong that it actually you like looks strange to the casual onlooker. Aaron Gordon's just like a big bruising gentleman that happens to be a gentle giant, but also angry at the same time. Rugby would be a perfect opportunity for him to.
Oh, look at this, Kel. Look at this. You made a whole graphic?
Okay.
Oh, man, you're the best. I can't really read it, though. Oh, I see what's going to happen. All right, Chad is saying rugby. You're right, because the other thing about AG is he's too fast.
He's hella fast.
He's too fast to put in a sport like rugby. AG's hilarious because he's obviously a very, very good basketball player, always has been. But to me, he almost still feels a little bit like an elite athlete that's almost maybe playing, I don't want to say the wrong sport because it worked out for him.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like physically, he almost looks like naturally he'd be gifted at other sports as well.
No, rugby.
Like rugby. Rowing. Some people are saying rowing.
No. You got to be like, you got to look like the Winklevoss twins from Social Network. Tall, shaped like a triangle.
Rowing's for like Jack White. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Jack White actually probably could be a rower.
He as he said, his parents were both Olympians. Remember?
Jack White told us that?
Yes.
Flew right over my head. Do you remember what sports, what events?
I think volleyball. He came from like super athlete parents.
All right, that makes sense. Rugby, dude, I think there are a lot of sports you watch and you're like, okay, like I think I could figure out how to do this. I could do this at a lower level. Rugby is terrifying, man. That is a man's game.
Yeah, terrible.
But I think AG is built for it.
Yeah.
We're gonna go through the rest of the roster.
Okay,
and you know what we'll do Murray and Jokic too. We'll send them back to the Olympics, but for different sports.
Okay, Jokic, water polo.
Roy, slow down, Eric, because we're gonna do it on the other side.
No, geez. Stay tuned for that answer.
Break. Stay tuned. We're excited to talk to you guys about our new partnership with our friends at UC Health. Because UC Health, I'm sorry, Kale, I'll get the bumper right one day. I'm still learning. It's about on-ball reps, you know what I mean? Development. UC Health knows how important mental health is and encourages Coloradans to live their healthiest lives through statewide initiatives that include taking care of your... Did I just remind you of something?
I just remembered I missed a doctor's appointment today.
Was it during this show?
It was like 15 minutes before this show.
Nice.
Son of a biscuit. I am not living like there's a tomorrow. I'm living like there was a yesterday.
Oh, man. What an unexpected ad read treat that was. Let's start over, shall we?
Yeah.
UC Health knows how important mental health is and encourages Coloradans to live their healthiest lives through statewide initiatives that include taking care of your mental health. They want you to live like there is a tomorrow. Because listen, man, it doesn't always feel that way. But sometimes tomorrow comes, you're thrilled to still be here. Eventually that day will come. Really, really, really important to take care not just of your physical health, but your mental health. And not just for yourself, but for your family, your friends, all those relationships that matter most to you. You want to be your best self. Here's an example. Former UCL patient David Schlicht is a Colorado teenager who loves being active outdoors. He's a great example of someone taking care of his mental health, living like there is a tomorrow. Even when his path took a tragic turn, he was an Olympic hopeful who lost his leg after a ski training accident. But with the help of UC Health doctors, after deciding to amputate his leg, David was actually able to get back outdoors almost immediately and doing what he loves most. He relies on the outdoors and his family and his friends to help him stay mentally strong and positive. What a journey that must have been physically to acclimate to that, but also mentally to just stay tough, stay positive, and keep living like there is a tomorrow. And eventually that tomorrow came for David. So if you want to learn more about David's story and see more inspiring patient stories from UC Health, you can head to uchealth.org/tomorrow to learn what it means to live like there is a tomorrow. Are you hiring, folks? Are you looking to add the next superstar to your team? Then indeed, you need Indeed, where they're driven by the search for better, but they understand that when it comes to hiring, it's not actually about searching. It's about matching. Match with the best hire with Indeed. If you need to hire, you need Indeed. It's your matching and hiring platform with over 350 million global monthly visitors. That's according to Indeed data. And a matching engine that helps you find quality candidates fast. I think when you're hiring, it's a couple of things you want. You want to get it over with.
Yeah.
You also want to get it right.
Yes.
Because you don't want to do it twice. So It's not just about getting it done fast. It's about getting quality matches. And Indeed doesn't just help you hire faster. 93% of employers agree that Indeed delivers the highest quality matches as well compared to other job sites. That's according to a recent Indeed survey. Listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/AllCity. Just go to Indeed.com/AllCity right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. One more time, that's Indeed.com/AllCity. Terms and conditions apply. If you need to hire, you need Indeed. And Indeed, we are back here on the DNVR show live from the Toyota Lounge.
Hell yeah, dude. Whoa, dude. Is there a Toyota here?
Yeah, watch out, dude.
Holy
it's like a
smokes.
Toyota car show in here. We're hanging out in the Toyota Lounge. And what we're up to today, well, we're sending the Denver Nuggets to the Olympics, kind of, in our minds.
It is unfortunate that we have to let them know that they're going to the Olympics, but not for basketball.
But not for basketball. And you're a little late. You missed the opening ceremony.
Yeah, you don't get to get ferried on a boat up the Seine.
No.
Sorry.
No, you don't.
Sorry.
If you're just joining us on the other side of that break, we decided that Aaron Gordon is going to represent the United States of America in rugby because why not? You've seen Aaron Gordon.
Yeah, dude.
Built like a Terminator.
Or a rugby player.
Or a rugby player. Yeah, I guess that would have been more apt.
Okay.
Let's send the rest of the
next?
Nuggets to the
Okay, I'm
Olympics.
ready for this.
I've got a tough one, chat. We need your help with this one. Michael Porter Jr. The man's a sharpshooter. The man's very tall. The man's also had several back surgeries.
Yep. Tough.
How are we getting Michael
You know what I
Porter
think
Jr.
he
to
might
the
be
Olympics?
excellent at?
What's that?
Because he's graceful in a sense, and he's quite stiff. And in this case, I think it might actually be an asset. Michael Porter Jr., the diver.
The diver.
Imagine him going in stiff, straight as an arrow, not because he has perfect form, but he can't bend his back.
Come
And it
on.
gives him perfect form. He goes in like a javelin. Gloosh, not a
man.
single
But
splash.
they have to do all the flips and stuff.
He can
I
do
don't
this.
think his back could.
Yeah, nobody cares about your opinion.
All right, we're getting
in there, dude.
getting too-
Michael Diver Jr.
What about archery?
Porter's
He's
in
a sharpshooter.
Even in hypothetical competition, Porter's faced with these injury concerns.
Yeah, dude.
Archery, yes, but I was going to save that for someone else.
Yes, I mean, obviously.
I was kind of thinking swimming. He's long.
He is. He's long. He's strong.
I bet he covers some ground, man. I feel like swimmers are freakishly long. And
They
lanky.
are, dude. I'm sure the only problem is that swimmers have large hands because that's what they use to crawl through this might actually be a physical detriment that Michael Porter Jr. is faced with, which again makes him an even better
hands.
diver.
Incredible answer here from Evan Malakowski
yeah.
there in our chat. Shooting.
Just
Like I
shooting.
think rifling, right? There's shooting's a competition at the
There's
Olympics.
pistol, there's rifle, there's biathlon. We got all of it.
Dude, he's right. Dude, I think rifling. I bet Porter's-
Rifling.
or whatever. Shooting with a rifle. You know what I'm talking about. That's a
Okay,
thing.
fine. Listen,
I bet he's a dead eye, dude.
Michael Diver Jr.
Michael Shooter. What do you think, Kel? You're a break. You break the tie.
I put rifle. I'm going rifle.
Kale's just cane sauce.
All right.
Great. With kale, nothing like Kale's.
Kale's like,
input
can
on
I
this.
smoke weed at the event at the Olympics? Is that an event? I would get at least a bronze.
Oh boy.
Just
okay.
kidding, Kale.
Who's up
Just
next?
kidding.
I'm not kidding. Go ahead. What's next?
Okay. Aaron Gordon's going to rugby.
Uh-huh.
Porter is going to do some shooting. I know my answer for this one. Harrison wins guy. Christian Brown.
Oh.
Christian Brown is going to the Olympics.
Okay.
I think it's gymnastics. I don't know if it's a floor routine or a pummel horse.
Dude, I would have had Colin Gillespie because like
Dude, you have
male
to be
gymnasts
short for
are
gymnastics.
short. Yeah, male
have to be
gymnasts are
short?
short.
Yeah, like almost all gymnasts are like under
Hey.
5'7".
Now
not-
you tell me.
it's
So
not
you're
too
saying
late.
there's a chance.
Yeah. I gotta think. I'm locking Christian Brown in for my handball team captain.
Oh, handball! What a great pick.
Oh, I have a handball on here too, but it's going to someone else. That's a good pick, though. That's a good pick. I still he just looks like a gymnast. I know he's too tall, but couldn't you see him on the pommel horse?
You just because he has an all-American haircut.
That's exactly it.
And you want to see him in a singlet.
And he's shredded.
He is shredded.
Can I throw something else out
Please
for
do.
CB?
Please do.
Whitewater kayaking.
Too tall. He's too big. He's another thing. It's not good to have a high center of gravity in these things. He could drown, man.
Oh, all right. So we've got 3 new options from the chat. Chet agrees with you on handball. They're
Okay.
echoing handball. Boxing. I bet Christian Brown could be a good boxer.
Oh man,
And then wrestling. He actually is built like a wrestler.
he does have a little bit of wrestling.
He's also from the Midwest.
Yeah.
That's
What does
like
that?
the-
What does
the-
that put him closer to? Wrestling. Probably?
Yeah,
when you're
wrestling's really
corn-fed.
big in the Kansas, I think.
All right.
Let's do wrestling. You guys, no objections? Let's do wrestling. Christian Brown, you're going to the Olympics.
He's like awesome as a wrestler. He's like
Yeah, as a
That sounds
wrestler.
like a nightmare.
Tape up that water bottle. Start spitting in it, buddy.
You're like enjoy your cauliflower
yeah.
here.
Wear sweatsuits in the summer. It's time to lose some weight. Okay, let's send some other Olympics to the Olympics.
Sure. Who's next?
Oh, Peyton Watson. Young
P-Watt.
Peyton Watson. He's long.
Yep.
He's tall.
Yep.
He's young.
Yep.
He's eager.
Yep.
Chat, Kale, D-Line. How is Peyton Watson getting to the Olympics?
Water polo.
Water polo. For Peyton Watson?
I don't
Dude,
know.
his arms?
Yeah.
Dude, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, but we have Jokic on the board,
we've
do we
got
not?
Jokic on the board.
Not to get ahead of ourselves.
Peyton Watson. He's volleyball, right? Like he would.
Oh,
That's a great pull.
Like he's a
great
volleyball guy,
pick.
right? Like he just absolute swat at the
But
net,
not
only blocking
beach.
the
Like
end.
he's like a true like blocker
In
at the
the gym.
net, like
In
in
the
the
gym.
gym volleyball.
I had high jump. I had high jump in my head, pole vaulting. But I think volleyball is really good as well.
Yeah, he's a volleyball.
Fencing. Evan says fencing. Is he too?
I don't know why he would be a good fencer.
Let's go volleyball.
Yeah, dude, let's go.
Dude, Peyton's probably a nasty volleyball player. Swimming too, all of the sports. This is what we were getting at earlier with Chase Budinger. Like, I don't know if they're actually good at them, but it's so easy
not
to,
up to them.
to port NBA players to other sports, though.
Yeah,
you
dude,
know?
this is up to us.
That's right. You're not in charge of your fate. here.
No,
Track and field, hurdling. Should we put this one up to a poll on the chat and come back to it? I don't know. You guys tell me what to do. I'm lost.
let's just have a conversation. It's okay.
Okay,
This
volleyball.
isn't just to be clear. None of this is happening. So we
I
can be
wa-
wrong.
I still want to get it right, bro. That's the point of the exercise. Okay, fine. Peyton Watson, you're going to play some volleyball.
Yeah.
Someone just comes in. Are we trading Murray? Brother. No, we're sending them
To
to,
a
the
different
Olympics.
event.
Yeah.
He just means to a different event.
Like, we're about to have...
Bro, we're in the deepest of the offseason
Yeah.
right now. Let us just do this.
I was about to assign PJ Hall to curling. Settle down. Okay, this is my handball player, but I have a feeling you could put him into a lot of sports. Newest Nugget, Russell Westbrook.
Whoa.
You're headed back to the
Bro.
Has he been in the Olympics?
I feel like Russell Westbrook is a decathlete.
Oh.
Decathlete is like the one where you're known like is the most athletic because
do
do
He's
all
like-
the things,
This is
right?
where former Bruce Jenner, current Caitlyn Jenner, won like the concept of the best athlete in the world because the decathlete is it just is how athletes prove their worth. It's javelin, it's running, it's just like where
Fencing,
it's where the
yeah.
super athlete shines. Russell Westbrook, decathlete.
Dude, that's really good.
That's a great call. He's just so naturally twitchy.
Good at all of it.
He's a true athlete. The one thing he's like not great at is shooting a basketball. But that's not one of the events, so it's fun.
That's a really good point. Turns out, not one of the events.
Not one of the events. Doesn't matter.
I think that he, especially in his prime, would probably be the greatest team handball player of all time. Some people are also throwing out floor gymnastics, boxing as well. I'm down with decathlete.
Dude, he's a decathlete. It's an elite level athlete.
Just a side note on handball. Handball's electric. Why is this not more popular in America? It's an amazing television
because we have like
sport.
48 sports already.
Yeah,
You know?
I agree though. It's everyone's like fourth favorite Olympic event. You know, everyone's like dark horse.
But
Handball.
it's so fun to watch.
It is very fun. It is very fun to watch. All right, let's put him as a decathlete because you know what? Especially at his peak, just all around athleticism.
The most athletic guy in the NBA.
Like one of the most athletic Americans we've ever seen.
Absolutely.
Russell, you're headed to the Olympics, buddy, pal.
Let's go.
But you're a decathlete this time, not a basketball player. Hope that's cool with you.
But we don't care. That's not what this exercise is about.
Russell's cool. I'll talk to him about it personally. We'll smooth it over. Okay, this one just because I thought we wouldn't know what to do with it. Dario Saric.
Whoa. Dario Saric.
Saric, thank you.
Dario
Saric.
Saric. We don't know enough about him.
We do not. That's why this is fun.
This is interesting. What things can we glean about Dario Saric from very base level information? He's quite tall.
He's tall. He's coordinated.
He's coordinated. He's got a strong
vision.
base.
He's got good vision.
Where would we place a gentleman like this? I think Dario Saric. I don't think he's particularly fast.
No.
I think he might be a candidate.
Judo.
He might be a candidate for judo. That might be interesting. He might be a good candidate for something like the discus.
Oh, yeah.
He might be a good candidate for the shot put.
I got it. I don't know why I want to put him in shot put. I don't know why, but I really want to.
Let's do it. Shot put.
Shot put. We're doing it. Dario
Let's go.
Saric.
But it's shot put.
Does he not seem like a rower to you?
Rower.
He's too heavy, dude.
Table tennis.
Oh no! Do you see what elite table tennis players look like? They're
Yeah.
1/4 his size.
But dude, most people are. All right.
Yes.
Most people. That's why I like the Olympics.
This is why you want a hulking gentleman to throw something heavy.
Oh man.
Shot put.
Shot put for Saric.
Saric is shot put.
It's a shot put. All right, that works for me. Let's put him in there. Okay, who else do we have on this here team? Oh, everyone's favorite youngin, Julian Strawther.
Oh, the strawberry.
Come on down, Strawther.
Saric. Okay, so Strawther has great length, very long arms, big hands. I think he might be Julian Swimmer.
Julian Swimmer.
What do you think?
What did we give Mike? Shooting?
Yeah, shooting.
That makes sense.
Just shooting.
I bet. Yeah, I could see swimming for Julian.
Julian Swimmer?
Yeah, I could
He's got
see.
like the right. I mean, I don't know if he has the exact right build. Like the swimmer build is a very specific build. He doesn't quite have it, but he does have very long arms, and he could be able to. I just feel like this would be good for him.
I know exactly what it is.
Talk to us.
It's rock climbing.
Oh, that's
He's
one.
skinny, but he's got crazy long arms. That's like the whole build you want for rock climbing.
What do you think?
But
Eli?
those are tiny people too.
No, rock climbers are traditionally like you want to be between like 5'10" and 6'3".
But like tiny, like light as hell. Like you weigh like 11 ounces, but you're got a good reach.
He's got like the perfect arm length for rock climbing, man.
You know what I like about this exercise? It's a nice reminder that you don't have to just necessarily be tall in every sport. Like
Yeah.
other sports are like, how good are you at this thing?
Yeah.
dude.
Basketball, it's like, get fucked, Faku.
Yeah,
You know?
beat it.
I mean, he's had a lot of success as well, but whatever. You get my point. All right. Fine. I say
Whatever.
swimming also because he'd look really funny in the
Swim.
cap.
Hey, we
in the
want to see
swimming cap
Julian
with his hair.
Speedo, dude.
Julian Speedo. Little male form corner at the last second. All right, let's do it. I like swimming. We're going to put the rest of the Olympics, the Nuggets in the Olympics. But first,
Oh boy.
we're going to tell you about Circa Sportsbook. I'm learning. Man, I like Circa Sportsbook because some sportsbooks, they say it's for everyone. They say it's all about winning. It's actually not. Some sportsbooks, they rig it. I don't want to say they rig it. They don't rig it, but they fine tune the edges.
Yeah.
So that winners don't necessarily win, right?
They don't win as much. Circa doesn't do that. With tight money line splits and low hold models, they've got games that strive to be minus 110 splits on the Circa Sports menu, unlike other sportsbook, which may use minus 115 or minus 120 splits. You see what I'm getting at? I do, yeah.
Little ways to be player friendly here. They keep as little money as possible on large market bets, especially compared to the other books. And here's the kicker. Circa Sports does not limit players based on their winnings. Every player has the same limits, unlike other books who actually do limit winning players. If you're real good at gambling, if you consider yourself a winner, you're welcome at Circa Sportsbook. They encourage bettors to download I'm doing the wrong read. We're just gonna switch it up. We're doing it live. Shout out Circa Sportsbook. We love you. That is a free read. That you can use Sportsbook if you want. Good looks, Kel. So just a pro tip for everyone watching at home. It's actually Monday. It's not Friday.
It isn't Friday. No part of it is Friday.
No part of it is Friday. That's fine. I wanted to talk to you about Toyota anyway. Trucks have always been a part of Toyota. Kale, you're a savior. I've always been a part of Toyota's DNA. For generations, Toyota has built durable legends, destined for greatness and perfect for Colorado. And I actually mean that part. Colorado, there are a lot of reasons you might want all-wheel available drive, a truck bed. Maybe you're working, maybe you're getting up to the mountains. You're doing more than just showing off your gratuitously large car.
Yeah.
Right? There's a reason why you want trucks in Colorado, and that's why you want Toyota, where they've got tons and tons and tons of trucks. They actually have 17 models available.
Tons of Tundras.
All-wheel drive, nice, or four-wheel drive, like the Epic 4Runner. They've got low and zero emission vehicles. They've got SUVs. They've got everything you need. So visit your Front Range Toyota stores at a location near you. AutoNation Toyota, Arapahoe in Centennial, Corwin Toyota in Boulder, Groove Toyota in Littleton, Mountain States Toyota in Denver, Stevenson Toyota East in Aurora, and Stevenson Toyota West in Lakewood. Toyota is a proud partner of the Denver Nuggets. It's also the official vehicle of DNVR, and this is where it gets really good. Let's go to it. Let's go to Bet365, where it's never ordinary, because they believe every sport should be epic. Right now, new customers can choose between two offers when they open an account at Bet365. You want the code DNVR365. That's us.
Dude.
When you sign up, you'll get a chance to deposit $10. Two choices: bet and get offer, where you place a bet of $5 or more and get $150 in bonus bets, or a first bet safety net offer by placing a bet up to $1,000. And if your qualifying bet loses, you receive a match refund in bonus bets.
Yeah, dude.
There's also the NBA early payout offer. Sometimes you place a bet on a team to win. Sometimes they go up by 20 points. You win the bet, no problem. Surely they win the game, right? Not always. You still win the bet, though, with the early payout offer. You have to be 21 or older, physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or somebody you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER.
Man, see, I'm going to use Bet365, make a $10 deposit, and I'm going to bet on Michael Porter Jr. to get a shooting medal.
Shooting medal? I bet it'd be so funny if he was terrible at everything else that's shooting related. Archery, terrible. Rifling, terrible.
33%.
Darts, terrible. Basketball, 45%
He's shooting darts at 11%.
He's his own guy. All right, well, welcome back to the program. We're sending the Denver Nuggets to the Olympics, but not to play basketball, because that's boring. You know they're good at basketball.
Yeah.
What else might they be good at? We don't know. We didn't ask them.
We don't care.
We don't care. All right, Kale, you pick names from this point forward, because I can't see the graphic.
Yeah, we can't see it.
Let's hit our favorite newcomer, Trey Alexander, next.
Oh, Trey Alexander. This is an interesting one. I know so little about him.
Alexander. You know what he strikes me as? A football player. Soccer.
Oh, that's a great one.
He's got the build of a soccer player. He's got the
does.
heart of a lion.
Yeah.
He's got the jump shot of a god, which doesn't play into soccer, but
At
I just
all,
like
but we
that
still
about him.
like it. Yep.
Just kind of gives off a soccer vibe.
He's got a big. He's got like a soccer guy haircut. Like he could definitely be from Brazil.
Yeah.
If you didn't know any
Dude,
better.
100%. If you told me he was a South American footballer, and
I'd be like,
yeah,
oh,
maybe.
muy bien.
I don't know why that's funny, but it is. I think that's a good one, dude.
Okay,
Unless
thanks,
Chad
homie.
objects, let's send Trey Alexander to the Olympics.
Yeah, dude. And Chad, just so you know, if you object, I don't care.
Yeah.
Shove it up your pie hole.
Tell it to Georgi Mihailovic, who's also there for Team USA. Shout out Rapids, up the Pids.
So question,
What's
are
up,
we
Gil?
sending Jokic and Jamal for basketball since they're literally there for basketball?
No.
I was going to, but it's more fun for the segment to not, do that.
Okay.
Do you want to? Let's finish bit strong with them though.
Yeah, we'll finish strong with them. Let's hit. This is a hard one. Zeke Naji.
Okay. No, this is not hard. We know that. What do we know about Zeke Naji? What else do we know about Zeke Naji?
Plays the piano.
Has very nimble fingers.
Oh wow! All
Very
right.
nimble fingers.
Where are we going with this?
What would a nimble finger? So Zeke Naji could fall into. He could be a good rock climber, a nimble fingered rock climber. He could be good at archery to be able to have control over your digits, your phalanges in that regard. I think I would slot Zeke Naji in as a rock climber. I don't know. What do you think? Where do nimble fingers get you in the world of the Olympics? You know what? He could participate in the opening ceremony. He could play piano at one of France's most cultural like buildings.
Dude, poor Zeke, who actually is like 6'10" and athletic.
The music thing, breakdancing.
Is that? There's no way
That is a
Olympic.
real
It
Olympic
is.
event. It's
Yeah, but I don't-
debuting this year.
But he's not that like his motion isn't that good. Like I don't think he would be good at.
Chat says table tennis. He does shuffle well.
Chad had said table tennis for every person.
Yeah, well,
Same shuffle idea, fencing.
fencing, long arms.
Fencing.
He is good at shuffling his feet.
I could see the fencing thing.
Yeah, all right. I mean, I don't know how that plays in any of his skills, but you know what? Good on you, Zeke. You're fence your way to the gold.
Zeke, you're going to the Olympics. I hope you're good at fencing because that's what you're doing, buddy. That's what you're doing. What else do you got, Kill?
All right, let's hit DJ next.
DeAndre Jordan.
Oh man, DeAndre Jordan,
Is strong lifting a thing?
big guy.
Weightlifting
Tall
is a
guy.
thing. Yeah.
Weightlifting's a thing.
I kind of think I would put him down for discus.
Didn't we
Big
already do? Oh no, we did
shot put.
We did shot put.
Discus. Like he's got a big. Like imagine him like spinning, getting inertia built up, launching a disc triumphantly into the air, watching it sail into the Parisian night.
Those guys are usually pretty big, right?
Hell yeah,
Can I-
dude.
Can I throw badminton out there?
For DeAndre Jordan?
He's
playing
so tall.
Badminton.
All I'm learning is Kale can never have any part in actual Olympic team construction. DeAndre Jordan would be the worst badminton player on the. He's not quick. He's not. Have you watched badminton? It's like little guys from Malaysia.
Even for his feet, he's like, it's pretty far down.
It's about that's a quick man's game. Like he's not. DeAndre Jordan not a quick man. He's a.
But I am learning that the people low key love badminton.
They love it.
They love
They
it.
can't get enough.
Judo, says Dragutin
Okay,
Markovic.
all right.
I could just see him in the robe with the hair looking cool. So that's enough of a reason.
I could put him in. Well, I was going to say rowing, but again, you don't want a heavy gentleman on your rowing squad because then you have to row. You have to count for his weight, dude.
We're a little heavy in the back.
Yeah, dude.
DeAndre, the boat's just underwater.
So
He does got the ultimate vibes, though.
I'm on the official website. Lacrosse is technically an Olympic event now. He would be like
Lacrosse?
his size. He would be an amazing
He
like
could be a goalie.
defenseman or a goalie.
Ball goalie.
Yeah.
Lacrosse goalie. Let's do it. Lacrosse parentheses goalie.
Yeah, because he's a defensive specialist.
Yeah, let's do it. This is so dumb.
This is the dumbest thing we've ever done. I've
Everyone's
never had
feeling
more
it.
fun.
Everyone's having fun. It's a Monday. What do you want me to do here?
All right.
Nothing's happened.
Let's do someone we know nothing about. PJ Hall. Let's just give him a sport.
All right, here we go. PJ Hall.
PJ Hall, a big bruising gent.
Here's what I know about PJ Hall. He's very vocal. And I don't just mean like leadership. PJ Hall is one of those people, because we sit up close at Summer League. He talks throughout the whole game, like but like out loud, like to himself.
Okay.
Like he'll be fighting a guy for a rebound, and he'll be like, "I got it. Ah, you got it. You got it."
Yeah.
Like the guy's not listening to him.
Interesting.
He's just constantly talking.
So is there
throughout the
something
whole-
that
Nope.
being a
I just
vocal?
figured I'd throw that out. That's all I know about PJ.
So he's a big guy.
Big guy.
Big guy.
Big guy. Is fishing one? Can you go fishing at the Olympics?
I can see him I can see him in a gi.
In a what now?
A gi? Judo, dude. This might be the judo one.
I could see him in judo. Or boxing, says Space Beagle.
Yeah.
He does look like an old boxer.
Doesn't he?
He does kind of look like...
Like you could see him. You could see him
Yeah.
like this,
Yeah.
pinned up against a
Like
kangaroo.
Miles Teller doing the boxing movie.
All right,
You know?
well,
I think this is finally the spot for boxing.
Let's do it. Good job, Space Beagle. Nice name, by the
He
way.
finally got it in. Yeah.
Space Beagle, you did it. Boxing. PJ Hall, you're PJ's like, I'm actually really bad at fighting.
Like
I learned
TFB.
this growing up.
You're like, well, we should have known. You should have made sure we knew more about you before we did this exercise.
Yeah,
All right,
thanks,
who
bro.
do we want to hit, Hunter or Vladko?
Oh my God, Hunter.
Hunter.
Hunting. Bow and arrow.
Fighting a bear with your hands.
No, dude. This is where the shooting and the archery, like the Hunter Tyson, who literally bow hunts.
We've got to do archery, right?
Yes.
But then what do we do for Jamal? Hey, Jamal, will someone please think of Jamal? All right, fine. Hunt archery for Hunter Tyson.
Of course, he's a hunter.
Yeah, fine.
All right, Vladko.
This is all right.
Oh, the
Vlatko.
Chanchar.
Cycling. I think Vlatko would be
Okay.
a nasty cycler. I
Okay.
can't explain it.
He has a look.
He has a look.
about
He
him.
would have to lose some weight.
He's got a look about him.
But have you ever seen his calves, dude?
I know that you have.
We have
I've
not
looked.
given handball out yet.
Oh man. Maybe we can circle back if we need to.
Yeah.
All right, cycling.
Cycling. I think Vlatko would be a cycler, dude. He's got the look.
Sure.
He's too yoked and too big, but what are you gonna do?
All right, 2 heavy hitters left, Jamal.
Okay, I understand wanting to save archery for Jamal. It's his whole thing. It's his shtick. He himself has turned away from this. He no longer does the blue arrow.
That's a really good point.
He's turned his back on the world of. We should actually just give Jamal basketball.
Did we do judo yet? He's
yes,
into-
we just did it. Oh,
We did?
Oh, yeah.
Did we
oh
lock
no.
it in?
Oh right, because
Because
he's
he's
like,
the MMA guy.
yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
martial arts. We got to go.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah, give him judo.
I think the judo or karate. We could do either.
Chat judo or karate for Jamal?
Or taekwondo. All of the
Or
above.
taekwondo?
I think judo. Well,
This is where I realize how little I know about the distinctions.
Yeah.
between
I know very little bit about what makes them different.
let's just say karate. Karate.
All right, we'll go karate. We'll go back and fix it if we need to. And does that leave us with the big fella?
Yeah,
is
and
the
it's
easiest
just
thing
gotta
ever.
be water polo,
I think it's a
right?
water polo.
Yeah.
It's just got to be water polo.
Water polo for the big fella.
Although, do we feel bad leaving equestrians off?
I thought about
for
that
Jokic.
as well. But is Jokic? But here's the thing: Jokic
would
is
be
a horse
bare-
whisperer.
Yeah, Jokic. Is there an event where you're in a horse-drawn carriage?
Right.
But here's the thing: is that Jokic is always the horse trainer, owner, appreciator,
But he's
never
not
the horse rider.
because he's literally too big.
He himself would lose it by the fact that he's as big as the horse itself.
I think it's got to be water polo, and correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Serbians are actually quite good at water polo
Yes,
as
of
well.
course
That's
they
their
are.
other. That's one of their other sports.
Of course
so.
they are.
All right, we're locking it in. We're sending.
We're emailing this to
The Denver Nuggets to
Colorado
the
Springs
Olympics.
right now. Make sure that they see this.
Mitch,
All
tell
right.
Georgi Mihailovic that Trey Alexander, two-way guard, is on his way to help the soccer team. He's on his way.
Just to recap, we have Jamal Murray in karate,
Karate.
Christian Brown, the wrestler,
the wrestler.
Michael Porter Jr., the rifle specialist, Aaron Gordon, carrying water for the rugby team, Nikola Jokic, water polo,
Easy.
Yep, easy.
Russell Westbrook, decathlon,
Yep,
Peyton Watson, volleyball,
Yep.
yep.
Julian Strother, swimming,
I really like that pick, Eric.
Thanks,
You're a
bro.
genius.
Dario Saric, shot put,
Easily our worst one, but I
Yep.
love it.
We don't care, dude. We don't know enough about him.
fencing,
Fine. That might be our worst one.
DeAndre Jordan, lacrosse goalie,
I love that one, actually. It's so dumb.
Vladko
incredibly
Chanchar,
dumb.
cycling,
Okay.
Hunter Tyson, archery,
Yep.
Trey Alexander, soccer,
Yep.
and PJ Hall, boxing.
Yeah, dude. He's a pugilist. It's the one thing we know about PJ Hall. Big pugilist.
Is that a thing? What does that mean?
He fights.
It means, fighter.
That's a real word?
Yeah, it was super popular in 20s English. Anyways,
you don't know any old-timey words, dude.
I don't know how to read or write.
You don't load up on saltwater taffy and watch some pugilists go to town?
I don't know anything at all. Last two Olympics, Serbia got gold at water polo. So I was going to ask who's most likely to medal, but I'm pretty sure Jokic probably could just make the water polo team and then they would medal.
Of course.
So that's that.
Always.
All right. Well, the Nuggets are going to the Olympics, so that's fun. Now it's time to learn more about Eric.
Oh, man.
And what makes Eric tick.
Oh,
More
boy.
specifically, what makes Eric cower in fear. It's time to play Fear Factor. And if this sounds like a really fancy segment, or like it might have a graphic, or like there might be rules, no. None of that's the case at all.
We didn't follow this through even a little bit.
Not even a little bit. This is just a list of players and teams, and I'm going to ask them how much they scare Eric. And if we have a little bit of time left, I'm just going to ask him about other things that may or may not scare him.
Okay.
All right, Eric, in the context of a Denver Nuggets lover and fanatic, Kevin Durant just came off the bench and went full Team USA.
Absolutely nuclear.
Captain America. He's so good for Team USA.
How does he strike
But
am I scared for him as a Denver Nuggets?
he's a member of the Phoenix Suns. You
Yeah.
play against him as the Denver Nuggets or a fan. How fearful are you?
Am I doing this to a scale between 1 and 10 kind of thing?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
5.
5. I kind of agree, man.
5. This is the thing is that Kevin Durant, Carmelo Anthony, there are guys that are just like really shine on the international stage. That game really, really highlights their strengths. And there are things that don't necessarily translate to the NBA itself, mostly because the Olympic competition is very short. The NBA season very long.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant's played one game with U.S.
Right.
He's going to play 50% of the games for the Phoenix Suns max.
And he's not just going to catch and shoot the whole time.
Yeah, man. We've seen, like, this is the thing. We see Durant, he looks like this, and then he goes up against the Denver Nuggets, and you're, like, embarrassed for him for how badly it's going.
That's kind of why I brought it up, because I have felt, to be honest, obviously he's still very good. But as far as the best players in the world or making a team better than they have a chance of being or should be, I've really cooled on Kevin Durant in the last 2-3 years. I felt like
he's not getting younger, I'll say that.
Right. You know, it's not his fault, just the way that it goes. But it was really...
I think it is his fault, the way.
Yeah. Stop getting older, man. But it was... I don't know if I thought it was cool or unfortunate from the Serbian perspective or what, but it certainly was something to watch him be full Kevin
He was
Durant
unbelievable.
Again.
I mean, like, my God, that is obviously peak Kevin Durant. That's peak basketball player that he was on display.
I know.
He did
he
everything
and LeBron
perfectly.
going full.
Just very legitimately, in the truest sense of the term, unstoppable. But it's like the attrition part is the part that's not part of the Olympic competition.
Right. And look, Phoenix Suns, it's not Team USA. It's a different deal.
Yes.
Let's go to another individual that had a moment before he had a bit of a fall from grace, briefly, a stumble from grace. Luka Doncic made the finals.
Yeah.
Did not have the most impressive finals debut.
No.
Obviously, some big numbers, some big games, but the little things, the defense, the complaining to the refs.
Yes, all reared their head.
But he did go on a tear, and the Dallas Mavericks did make the NBA Finals. Luka Doncic
on his back.
How much fear does he strike in D-line?
So okay, in a vacuum, 8.5.
Yeah.
We have arguably the greatest counter to Luka Doncic in the league, which is Aaron Gordon. And that's shown itself to be effective. I mean, there are levels to effective. You'll never shut him down. He's unbelievable. He can get his shot off so deep. But I am less scared of Luka Doncic tearing the Denver Nuggets apart because of the presence of Aaron Gordon. So it's like, I'm sort of at like a 7.
Yeah. Yeah, like he is who everyone says he is.
Yeah.
But the Denver-Dallas matchups, I don't know how to explain it. It just feels like they can live with it.
It
like
does,
they can
every time.
mitigate it to enough of an extent that it's not. But
He's like never, to my knowledge, to my memory, absolutely torched Denver.
I mean, he's had moments and stretches. Part of it is that Denver just also has Jokic, so it's
Exactly.
You know, it's like Booker dropping 50 or whatever in those
Right, you
playoff
forget
games.
about it.
While low-key Jokic was outscoring him. You know,
Right.
it's like It's hard to really just separate and pull away. But there was a time before the Nuggets were the Nuggets, and there was a short list of guys where you're like, look, I just never want to see them play them ever. And Luka probably would have been on that list at one point in time, but it just feels like the Nuggets can survive.
We have a counter.
What about the Mavericks in general? Are they the team to beat in the West?
Well, I don't think so.
I don't either.
I think that they were kind of fortunate and they had timing working on their side. They had the board break in their favor in the way that the Denver Nuggets did not. I think that the Denver Nuggets would have run roughshod over the Dallas Mavericks because who in God's name is stopping Jokic on that team?
Yeah.
Like who?
I feel the same way.
Derek Lively?
I don't know. Like, I want to respect. That was a tough West, and Dallas tore through it in the playoffs. It just feels to me like what we saw in the finals
Yes.
meant something. Like, they actually weren't ready. Like, it's more that the Wolves and the Nuggets probably should feel embarrassed that they let that team get through,
Yes,
in my opinion.
Yes. Dallas is still, in my eyes, very incomplete as a team. Like, they're so reliant on, and who wouldn't be, Luka and Kyrie. And then when those guys got neutralized a little bit, like Kyrie got erased by Drew Holiday.
Yeah.
Like erased.
Even Sam Hauser at times.
Erased.
To keep it real.
And so then it was like, okay, Luka, you got to do this. Luka was only okay. And then it was like, all of a sudden that team feels incredibly deep. And then very suddenly you're like, oh my God, no, they're not. Like who are they going to?
And the Clay thing is, he could be awesome and it could make a huge difference for them. But also, there's a chance Clay's just not awesome anymore. We'll see. That's a big question mark of a signing, I think.
There's a very, very big chance that Clay's not awesome anymore.
Okay, Anthony Edwards is playing for Team USA.
Ant.
I wanted to ask you this one because I feel like you're a little Ant saturated. Like, you've had... He's good, but I feel like you personally, D-Line... Sometimes I get the sense that you've heard enough about Anthony Edwards.
I have, but I think it's warranted.
Okay.
I think he's fucking incredible. I really do think.
How much does he scare you next year in the NBA?
He scares me. He really does. That's a 9.
Wow. All right.
That's the guy I'm most scared of. Like, because we saw what it looked like. He basically served KCP a one-way ticket off the team.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, if he's a guy, if you don't have someone to guard him going into the playoffs, you're screwed.
Yeah.
And the Nuggets just didn't.
Yeah, they just didn't have an answer.
There's not
maybe
many
Christian, but even that was like small stretches.
There's not a lot of those guys. He's getting better is the thing, and he's getting more confident.
Right.
I really do think he is on pace to be, if not one of the true faces of the NBA. He's got everything that they look for, and he's just, I don't know, he's getting better. He's a guy that I hate that we have to face every year.
The reigning champions, the Boston Celtics, had an even more dominant run to their finals than the Nuggets just the year before. Should the two teams meet in a rubber match, how much do the Boston Celtics scare you?
This is another team I felt like the Denver Nuggets would have easily dispensed of. I feel the exact same way about the Celtics that I feel about the Dallas Mavericks. Like, who in God's name on that team is stopping Jokic? I know that they can shoot from 3. I know that they can fill it up from outside, but they never felt the pressure of like having to keep up. Like, they were always shooting. They were like, the criticism of the Celtics in general is that they're like a front running squad. It just, in this playoffs, they were always in front. So they got to just keep that pole position and just kind of shoot without, the pressure of like, oh my God, I have to make this. I have to make this. Jokic could score every time down on Porzingis. Jokic, and he got hurt, so like, who else are we talking about there in the middle? Like
Al Horford, like, Xavier Tillman.
Is Al Horford stopping Jokic? Like, absolutely not. The Nuggets beat the Celtics both times that they saw them last year. Like, I believe it would be a good matchup. It would be entertaining games, but they don't scare me at all.
It's interesting. I do think they are, as it stands, the best team. Like, I think Denver needs to go and take that back from them. Like, the Celtics, I think, are the best team. If Denver were to go through and win, I would say the Celtics probably would be the second best team, would be my guess. That's who they'd play in the finals. So they scare me, but I'm with you that I don't know. Like, last year, I don't know they would have won because they looked like shit in the playoffs altogether. But a part of me was watching that team in the finals thinking, man, like, I want to see these two teams match up because I think Denver can do it.
The Denver
can do it.
Nuggets went through the two teams that guard Jokic the best in the Lakers and obviously the Timberwolves. And everyone after that would have just been laid to rest. It doesn't matter how tired the team is. Jokic wasn't tired.
Yeah, it's true. And I wanted to, like, the whole time I kept thinking their defense looks great, but how challenged have they really been? But honestly, they just were great on defense. So I think they'd make it a challenge for Denver playing team basketball.
Listen, it's not that it's not a challenge, but it's just I believe I would have bet a lot of money on the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah, I mean, I do think 2023 Nuggets beat 2024 Celtics, but hey, that's not a series we're ever going to get to see. Before we get out of here, D-Line, a couple more fear factor questions for you. Spiders.
2.
Out of
They're so
10?
small, dude. You just smash them, they're done. Like what? I don't. This is when I bought a dog. When I first got a dog, I was like, "What kind of dog?" I'm like, "I want a dog that if the shit goes down, like I can just pick them up."
Yeah.
Like if the dog is mad at me, I'm like,
Yeah, right.
"Who cares?" Who cares?
Come
Dude,
here, little guy.
A spider, like if I come into the room and somebody's screaming at a spider, like I first want to squish them and then squish the spider.
Coyotes.
Coyotes are not scary. They're very scared of you. That they're a very.
This is true.
They scatter. Like coyotes are a mangy little dog. Like
Angry Rottweilers.
it's very scary.
Very scary.
Would not own an angry Rottweiler. That is it. That's a dog that I wouldn't own because if the shit went down, it would put me in the dirt.
Shark or bear? Who's scarier?
Shark because you're swimming and you are already out of your element. Like you can't get to the. You can't. I mean, you're in big trouble in both senses. But like a bear, there's like techniques to. You can play dead. You can do this. At least you're on land. You have some idea of how to maneuver. A shark, like I'm not. I mean, like I can swim just fine, but like I'm not getting away from a fucking shark. I understand sharks are dumber.
Yeah,
they're not. They're just like. But that is actually an argument in their favor is that they have those black soulless eyes.
Yeah.
They don't. They're just an eating machine.
That's true.
I mean, I'm not scared. I told Brendan at the beginning my general feeling on fear. Like the things I'm scared of most in life is just being prey. Like if I'm in the mountains and I'm like, oh god, this feels like I'm.
Yeah, dude, that's right. My least favorite mountain hiking sign is warning mountain lions.
Yeah, I'm like, oh cool, cool. I'm prey.
Right, because you're like bears. I'm like, well, yeah, they're kind of idiots. Like they're just looking for food. Like mountain lion. Oh, so it stalks me for the whole 2.5 miles.
Bears are terrifying.
I should walk
mountain
backwards.
Lions are terrifying.
Yeah.
Okay. And they're silent. Like bears make noise.
Right.
Like you have no idea if a mountain lion's.
All right. Well, let's close with possibly the scariest thing of all. Russell Westbrook starting at shooting guard.
Well, listen,
it's a little joke for you guys.
He could slash, you know?
He could. Okay. Let's actually close with a super chat from Zach Allen. Chris Marlowe dropped A since Hector was a pup in Paris. It hits for beach volleyball too. Zach, that's great information.
Do you ever follow what happened? What hadn't happened since Hector was a pup in volleyball?
Yeah, man, I know. That's a great question. That's so Chris Marlowe, you're the best, man.
You are the best.
Thanks for all you do. Okay, well, the Olympics are going on, and none of the players we assigned to the events will be participating at all. But you can be watching them, enjoying them. You could be watching Team Serbia, Team USA play at the DNVR Bar.
Do we know when is the next
It's
USA
something
match?
I easily could Google right now, but I'd rather just close the show. Thanks for asking, D-Line. Thanks to everyone else for hanging. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back all week because this is what we do, baby.
Let's go. Google.
We all silly like the mayor.